Definitely do not want to slip down there. That's the expressway down. And I'll run through what happened that night. Some of you have already seen it, some of you spotted it like, what the hell? It's pretty disturbing. And I'll put it on the screen now. I caught something. Good morning, how's it going? Welcome back to the Lake District and welcome to 2025. So wonderful to have you here with me today. I'm very excited to have you all along because this is a walk that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And it's because of the last fell we're doing today. If you cast your mind back a couple of summers ago actually, I camped up on one of these hills here and it's the last one we're hitting today and it was terrifying. So we're going to go and revisit that again and and a couple of other fells as well. So we're ticking off 3 today. Hell's a lot of ice around here. Tell you what, while I navigate this ice rink, let's go and have a look at the map and see what the route is and see which fells we're hitting and see which one the terrifying one is. Okay, so we've parked just outside the village of Mungrisdal and we're now walking along the road towards Bowscale. When we get there, we'll pick up the track that's going to lead us very gently up towards the beautiful and remote Bowscale Tarn. From there, we're going to climb up the grassy rake that'll pop us out onto Tarn Crags, and then it's not far at all to the first Wainwright of the day, Bowscale Fell. Then we'll traverse the vertiginous head wall of Bannerdale, which also happens to be our second Wainwright, Bannerdale Crags. This will be followed by a steep descent down to the River Glendronach before heading up to the third and final Wainwright of the day and possibly the scariest hill in England, Suter Fell. Then it's a nice bimble along the ridge, a steepish drop back down into Mungrisdal and of course the glorious pub for a well-earned pint. Oh boy. So there you go, nice route isn't it? And look at it, look at the weather. So if you've seen the last couple of videos, the last Hiking the Wainwrights one and also the Christmas camp, it was pretty horrendous weather. So at last we've got a little bit of blue sky, we've got some sunshine, spirits are soaring at the moment, very excited about today. However, it is flipping cold, my goodness. -2 it was as I was coming into the valley there. And I think it'll be significantly colder up on the tops. There's loads of ice up there. And as I was driving I was thinking, oh no, I forgot my spikes in the van. I'm going to need spikes today. I was like, oh, I've left them at home, but I have got them. Anyway, loads of stuff. I was trying to remember to tell you at the beginning of this video. All gone. It all disappears. Can't remember any of it. But if I remember anything on the way around, I'll bring it up. I'm excited to be back out again. I'm excited it's 2025. Got so many exciting things coming up in 2025, adventures and what have you. And actually, tell you what, before we go on, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who comment on the videos. I might as well do it right at the beginning now because, you know, you might still be here. And I really appreciate you spending time watching them. It's basically the driving force for me to get out here on cold, miserable days like this to come and do the videos. So yes, thank you. It doesn't go unnoticed. All of your comments are read and taken to heart. Some of them tear my heart apart, but most of them are good. Anyway, I'll shut up for a bit. Let's get to Bowsdale. Let's pick up that path that's going to take us up to Bowscale Tarn. I'm excited about that whole path. I'm excited about everything, to be honest with you. Let's go. God. Okay, so just getting to Mooresdale here, and the fell we can see right in front of us, that's Carrick Fell. So if you cast your mind back to, oh god, what was it? Was it episode 3? I can't remember. The one with the hill fort on it. And then we went over to High Pike. yeah, so what you can do actually, and I was going to do this, oh look at the sheep there, look, is I was going to park here. You can, there's a bit of a space here for a few cars, and I was going to start the walk here and then obviously finish it here as well, you know, but that would have been like a kilometre or so of walk after the pub, and I don't think I'd fancy that. So where we've parked today I think is perfect, because we'll drop off Sutterfell or Souterfell, if you want to call it, and then straight in the pub. Bloody hell, this ice is a nightmare today. It really is. It's proper thick, a bit like me. Okay, this is us, and we're going to be following this all the way up to Bullscale Tarn. That was nice then, wasn't it? As I said in that last one, there's been a distinct lack of gates, I think, on this particular season. I think we've all started to really get into the gate stuff, haven't we? Even I'm finding myself really looking forward to opening gates and listening to that sound, you know, the click and the clink and the clack and the squeak, whatever else goes on. So, this path, if you've read Wainwright's books, you'll know that he talks about this particular route up to Bullscale Tarn, and that he says that in the bygone days it was used by, you know, tourists to come up here in suits, you know, the gentlemen in the suits and the ladies all dressed up, and they'd walk up to Bullscale Tarn to get that sense of wild remoteness that you don't get anywhere else. Well, you do get other places in the lakes. When he wrote the book in 1961, it was very much abandoned, this particular route, because everybody decided to go down to, you know, the usual places now, like Keswick, Ambleside, Bowness, and this was forsaken. But I don't think it's forsaken anymore. I think this has become quite a popular route again for people to get to Bullscale Tarn, particularly because of the rise in popularity of what's it called, wild swimming. I think Bullscale is a little bit of a I'm not going to say Mecca, that's a bit over the top, but you know, it's somewhere that's, I mean, why wouldn't you swim there? We're going to have a look and determine that one. So for that reason, since his day, this has become quite a popular one, and as you can see, it's pretty clear. Nice track. I don't know if you can see right up ahead there, that's the hill we came down the nose on Coombe Head, I think it was, on that same episode, Carrick Fell. And I can just and so think I can see Lingy Hut. It might be a floater in my eye, I don't know, it could be anything. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to face you forward for a bit. Enjoy this track, enjoy the views, it's beautiful, and I'll talk to you in a little bit about some health issues. I wonder if we'll bump into any wild swimmers up here. I mean, it's around about 9:30ish now. I mean, that's keen, isn't it? In this weather to go and swim, but you never know, I think a lot of people are really into that extreme cold water stuff. Anybody up for that? Anybody up for me doing a couple of wild swimmy type things, maybe like a little mini series of popping up to Tarns and doing a swim? It won't be in winter, I can tell that now. It'll be summer, it'll be, you know, well, at least a bit warmer than this. Just let us know if that's sort of something you'd be interested in. I mean, it'd be a walk, it wouldn't be just me walking up to a tarn swimming, you know, getting naked-ish, and then swimming and that's it. There would be a hike involved, we'd get to wherever it is we're going, one of the high tarns, you know, and then have a bit of a dip. Talk about how it feels underfoot. It's not nice. You can kind of feel the hands trying to drag you down. It's horrible. But I'll do it if I'll take it for the team. Yeah, on a slightly different note, health-wise, I'm actually injured again. I've mentioned this to the Patreon guys the other day on an update that I've got a problem with my metatarsal on my left foot. It's the same foot that I've got my Achilles problem, which is still a problem. I'm just kind of living with it now. I think I'm stuck with it forever. It just won't shift. So yeah, metatarsal's knackered now. I shouldn't really be out today doing this, but you know, there's only so much rest you can do. I get cabin fever. I've got to get out. I can't stay in. It is a problem. But the other thing as well is, God, I never get sick. Never get sick. I can't remember the last time I had a cold or anything like that. But last night I felt my throat. You know, that feeling in your throat. Oh no, what's this? And this morning, it's that sort of like lump in your esophagus there, like your top of your chest. So I do feel like I'm coming down with something. The reason I'm telling you this is because if you see me limping or you see me coughing my guts up and not able to breathe and struggling today, that's the reason why. I think I need a rest. I think that's what it is. I need a rest. I've not had a rest I've not had a holiday for ages, so I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's my body's way of saying, look dude, you're not getting any younger, take it easy. I can't, look, this is my job. I can't be ill. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little robin here leading the way. I think it's very cute. Okay, so these are tarn crags here. So the tarn is just kind of in that little dip there. So we've got a bit more up to do. And I think our route off is that there, like that grassy rake, up onto the top. Failing that, if it looks a bit sketchy, we can drop down a bit and go to there and then along. Hey Swirlies! I kind of feel like my face is going numb. I'm struggling to speak. So it's all sort of tightening up. And I can feel ice forming in my beard as well. It's that cold. But isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it? Absolutely breathtaking. It's so stark and bleak, you know. Not a lot of colour around, just this white. And then you got the dead brown look of winter, but it's still, God, it's still gorgeous. It really is a fantastic little valley, this. I really like it. I can't talk. It's a lovely little valley, and it's so quiet. Like I said last time, did I say it? I might have cut it out, I don't know. But as I was walking down that road, I didn't see anybody. There's nobody there. Nobody. It was like an abandoned place. Wonderful. I think I did cut that out. It just went on for ages. So as I get closer to the tarn, I think I can see a zigzag path going up that grassy rake. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Proper mountain tarn. And there's no one swimming, it doesn't surprise me. But the perfect place to come, really, when you think about it. Just put your towel there and in you go. Do a couple of circuits. Lovely. And totally sheltered as well. So on a windy day, you know, it's normally coming from the west, so you'll be totally sheltered here. I think it's locals call it Bowscale. So Bowscale Fell, Bowscale Tarn. But for some reason I call it Bosk. But yeah, it's good. Call it whatever you want. So that's the route, I think. So you see the path here starting off, and then it does zigzag up. So it could be a little bit slippy underfoot because of the frost, but it should be alright. Let's go and do it. Right, so as I've been stood there faffing around with a drone, just had 3 lasses turn up there, and they've just headed up this rake, so they're making pretty good progress. Don't seem to be slipping anywhere, so let's go and do it. If we can get across. Nice, wasn't it? Lovely, lovely area. That is a beautiful town, it really is. They probably think I'm following them now. That's the only problem, isn't it? Damn it. So as I suspected, it does just zigzag, and it's very straightforward so far, with incredible views. Look at that, honestly, wow. Looking over the Eden Valley. Definitely do not want to slip down there. It's a good little path. It's interesting. Ooh, it's a bit slidey. There's the top. They've just got there, look, into the sunlight. Lovely. Okay, it's going to get bright now. Oh, hello little dog. Well, that has certainly got the blood pumping. Definitely warmed up now. And I'll have to put my sunglasses on in a minute. But, you know, that's kind of the bulk of the climb done now, really, because up to Bowscale Tarn, that's that way, Bowscale Fell, Bowscale Fell, whatever you want to call it, is not that far, not too much up now, as you can see. So that's the East Ridge there, see that coming in, and sorry, I'm struggling to breathe, but I mean, look at it. I mean, we just haven't had these views at all, have we? If you think back to the last, you know, last Wainwrights, we went up onto Great Calver there, look, and up onto Knot. Couldn't see anything. Remember, nothing. There was nothing. There was not a view. But now I've got all of it, the whole thing. High Pike over there. Like I said, Carrick Fell back that way. I'll just spin you around. Pennines looking amazing out that way. You can see a little bit of Blencathra here. We'll see more of that later on. And then over to Lonscale Fell. Skidder Little Man, Skidder, and so on. In fact, yeah, you can see Skidder House as well down there. I would get my camera. Right, so let's push on up over Tarn Crags. So Tarn Crags are here, up to Bowscale Fell, and then yeah, go and see what we can see. Hope you're enjoying it. Flipping heck, I am. It's so lovely to be blinded by this and not be walking in gloomage, but actual, you know, blindage. There we go. Who needs the drone? You don't need it at all. Wonderful. So there's a definite increase in people today. I know it's not exactly rammed, but still, you know, you got them, I don't think I'll see anybody, but there again, it is that weird period between New Year and next Monday. So I think most people have taken off the rest of the week after New Year's Day. It's busy in Mungrisdale, and I think we're going to bump into a few people today. Okay, here we are on the summit of Bowscale Fell, or Bowscale Fell, however you want to call it. Actually, I think that one's probably the highest point. Let's go and have a look. Nice, isn't it? It's got that real sort of alpine, wintry feel about it today. It's lovely. Wow, it's just so magical. Look at the magical chimney of Penrith. But look at this, if I'm going to face you forward, this is breathtaking, looking out towards Foul Crag, or Fool Crag, whatever the hell it is. Look at it. That's gorgeous. Wow. Okay, I think this view definitely warrants a 360 pano labelling the whole shebang because it's absolutely gorgeous. And that's where we're going in a minute, over to Banadale Crags, across the top of the crags here to the summit. But my goodness, look at that. It's just gorgeous. Right, let's do a spin around and I'll catch up with you in about 30 seconds ish. Not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Wow. Right, let's get on to Banadale Crags. Mouth's working a little bit better now, I think. And what we'll do is we'll try and stick as close to the edge as possible. We won't see the crags, obviously, because we're above them, but we'll run across the top of them and try not to plunge to our death. And yeah, get up to the top and see what the view's like from there, because I think it'll be slightly different to what we just saw there, but still, it wasn't flipping bad, was it? And in fact, the next 3 walks after this one today, they're going to be, I think, probably the best views in the whole of the Northern Fells, because it's this whole wall of mountain, basically the southern end of the Northern Fells, that have been blocking the views the whole time. We'll be on them, we'll be able to see everything. Back down into the park. Yay! Yeah, let's take this left-hand path here. I mean, I don't know how close we can get to the edge, but we might as well get as close as possible. Oh dear. Oh dear, I can definitely feel that chesty cough coming on. I could really feel it going up that hill then, that rake. I thought my lungs were going to like turn inside out. Right, there we go, looking down to Banadale now. That's nice. That's the tongue here, and then we could have got up the East Ridge there, but well, like you saw, we didn't. And there's some mine works down here. If you look in Wainwright's books, he kind of talks about them, and that could be quite interesting to go up there and have a rummage around at some point. Once again, it looks nothing on the back of this camera, but all this entire scene is quite jaw-dropping, actually. It's just huge. That's what she said. Oh dear. There's like a little trod here, look. See it? Going right along the edge of the crag. Should we go on it? It's gone like, yeah. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Just need to be really super careful though, not to stumble, because that's the express way down. Oh, there's ice down here as well, look. This path reminds me a little bit of the one off when you come up Striding Edge and you head towards, so you come off Striding Edge and you head off towards Nethermost Pike. There's a little path similar to this. It cuts right into the fell side and gives you a little bit of exposure. It's nice. I love stuff like this. Look at the patterns there. Would it take my weight? What do you think? Ooh. Oh, nope. So, as we make our way over to Bannerdale Crags, hopefully without falling down there, let me just remind you that this particular season of Hiking the Wainwrights, season 5, I think, is sponsored by me, Black Crag. So the photograph you can see on the screen right now is what's not promoting, but funding this particular season. And any sales that I make on this particular photograph will go straight back into making videos on the channel, either the next season Hiking the Wainwrights or something else. And as I've mentioned before, it's a limited edition, it's a time limited photograph. So once this season's over, and we've only got 3 more videos after this, or 3 more weeks, I'll never print it again. It'll be gone. I'll be deleting it off my computer, gone. So what's out there is out there, and that's it. So it will be worth something one day. Probably not, but you never know. Anyway, I've got to shut up now. Let's get over here and check out the view and check out the route ahead of us. Yeah, doing alright. Must be about halfway-ish now, maybe. I've got no idea. So as you saw, there were several paths leading up to Bannerdale Crags there, the summit. You know, wider ones further up, and you can see them joining on. But yeah, a lot of people on that. I would definitely come down here, even in the ice. It's so nice. I mean, you get this incredible view down into the valley here, which you wouldn't get further up. Been lucky so far, actually. It's not been too bad. Not needed spikes or anything, so yeah, it's been good. That's interesting down there, isn't it? Look at it. Wow, it's a great little path, this. I love it. Ooh, like loads of people all of a sudden. Okay, here we are, not quite on the summit of Bannerdale Crags. I can't see it, my mouth doesn't work. But the summit is actually just over there, the actual highest point. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's Dog City up here. Hello. Hello. Oh. Oh, she's all right. Oh, you are cute, aren't you? Come on, let's go over to the highest point, which is just here, and then no one can say that actually you didn't get to the top. But look at the view in front now. That is stunning, isn't it? Wow. Foul Crag. And then we got Summit Blencathra there, look. Right, this is the actual summit. It's the highest point of the fell. And I tell you what, let's just get over here a bit more. Have a clearer view. Nice. So you could, if you wanted to, just carry on down here and then up to Foul Crag and over to Blencathra and hit that one as well, and then down scales. So many options, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go over to Suter or Sauter Fell that way. We're going to go to and cross the Glenderramachin River. Glenderramachin, however you pronounce that. Glenderramachin. It could be anything. But it's a really, really interesting river, actually. In that, and we'll talk about it when we get a bit further down there. But it goes right round the whole of the foot of Suter Fell or Sauter Fell. Just really interesting. If you read Wainwright's book, he kind of goes. I'd love to read that chapter, actually. I would love to read it, but I can't because it's so small. The writing's so small. It's really tricky. But if you've got the book, read it. It's so lovely the way that he writes about it. So as you saw there, it got a little bit busy up on Bannerdale as we arrived, and then as I was stood there and went over to the summit, more people turned up. But everybody seems to be heading off towards Blencathra. They're all going to go and do that. And no one's heading down here, so it's quite nice. If you want a route that's going to be a bit quieter, do this. It's good. Because I don't know if you noticed, well, you probably didn't because it's so far away, but the amount of ant people going up onto Blencathra right now, it's crazy. I mean, I don't blame them. You know, we've had so many bad days lately. No views at all. Clouds have been down. Yeah, so just being able to get up there and get those views is good. I just hope that we get those views when we go up there, because remember last time up on Sharp Edge, nothing, it all rolled in. I think it was like that on Skidder, wasn't it, when I went up and did Skidder with Josh a few years ago, Josh and Finn. I'm pretty sure the summit was clagged in, but I managed to get a nice photograph that day, which is actually on my website as well if you're interested. I'm looking forward to that walk, actually. I'm going to do exactly the same route with Skidder Little Man tacked on as well, because it is just such a good route, and I think it'd be wrong to not include it in this particular series, so that's what I'll do. Anyway, that's Future Crag's problem. It's not a problem, is it? Future Crag's dream walk. Let's concentrate on today. Oh, it's just such a beautiful day now, you know. So now that we're kind of on the southern side of the hill here, the wind has completely stopped. The sun has got heat in it. It's so lovely. I just feel like lying down and having a bit of a kip. Okay, I can almost see, in fact I think we can see a bit of Scales Tarn there, Scales Beck. So that day I came and did Sharp Edge, and it was along that path, so, you know, down there, a bit further down, ended up, and then up, and then up, and then across. Okay, so we're dropping down now quite significantly. We're going to lose a little bit of elevation, but we haven't got a massive amount of elevation to get back up onto the side. You can kind of see where the path's going there, and then we go back up. Mouseford Coombe is on the other side of that, but the Glenderramachin is down here, runs right round the fell, right round to the side, and then out. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am. It's so weird, isn't it, how the sun can just totally transform your mood and your feelings and everything. I mean, it's just so uplifting. It's just, you know, when it's just every day, it's just grey, and for God's sake, I need a little bit of vitamin D, a little bit of sunlight, please. It's just nice getting that light in your eyelids as well, you know. That's one of my favourite things in life, that peachy colour, you know, when you close your eyes. I think tomorrow's not so bad either. However, I think I'll be tucked up in bed tomorrow. Well, I'll be tucked, what I'll be doing, I'll have about 5 blankets on, hot water bottle in the blankets, hot toddy editing this video. I've got to get it out for Sunday. It's Thursday now. It's going to be tight, that's what she said. Bloody hell, it drops down more than I thought. Bloody hell. Okay, I've made an executive decision. I was going to have my lunch down here, but you can see it's in the shade. I could go there, but whatever. I'm going to go just south of Sutafell Summit, and also just south of where I camped that time that we're going to talk about in a bit. There's a nice little kind of lump there. It should be out of the wind, it's in the sunshine, and there'll be no more up to do, which should be great. So that's what I'm aiming for now. I'm having. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're on the subject of food, why don't you let me know in the comments what your favourite thing to take is on a hike, you know, whether it's a snack or like a full-blown picnic, pot pies, whatever, full meal. Let me know. I'd be just interested to know what everybody else eats, because I do like a butty. I must admit I like homemade butties. I'm not a big fan of these shop-bought ones, the Death Witches. But I have got some of those today. I just can't be bothered making sandwiches in the morning in the winter, and I think the homemade ones are nice when you can sit out and enjoy it maybe for an hour up on a fell, but in the winter you're just ramming it in, you know, just get that energy in and moving on again. Yeah, so let me know. it'll be illuminating, shall we say. See what kind of people you are. Okay, it's getting steeper, folks. And though I do love these shoes, I really do, they are fantastic on rock. They're not so great on grass. And grass with bits of ice on them. Not good. But bloody hell, it's getting steeper, look. So yeah, the Glendronach starts up there somewhere, runs down here, and then if it wasn't for this bit here, it'd run off and out. But because this col, it has to go all the way around Sutafell and then right round to the side and then into the valley. The only reason these aren't great on grass, by the way, is because the lugs have worn out from all the paths I've walked on. Which actually kind of makes them a bit better on rock, because there's even more surface touching, but it's this stuff I don't like. Okay, this is really steep now. Very, very steep last section here. Boy. So yeah, look how it's white down there still. No sun has touched it, and probably won't now. Oh god, this does look bad actually. Look at it! Oh boy, this is just rock hard, this stuff now. You can see someone's just given up, look. So that's where we're going now, up to Sutafell. Or Soutafell. Not much elevation at all. From the bridge here, across there, look, up to that col, and yeah, we'll be up there 15 minutes perhaps. Nice, very nice indeed. Okay, onwards. Let's get up this path, get up to the col. Okay, quick as a flash, and we're at the col. So if we were to carry on around here, we're dropping to Mouselet, but we're going to turn left, east, and head up onto Soutafell. So I'm using them interchangeably now, Sauta and Suta. Look at it. Oh, it's just incredible from this angle. I love that. You know where the shadow is, not snow line, but the frost line. It's amazing. So we've just come down from there. That's Bannerdale Crags. And this is Sooterfell for now. Be Souterfell later on. Alright, as we move on to the fell, let me just quickly read you a paragraph from Wainwright's book about the spectral army of Sooterfell. This is no legend. This is the solemn truth, as attested on oath before a magistrate by 26 sober and respected witnesses. These good people assembled on the evening before Midsummer Day, 1745, at a place of vantage in the valley to the east, to test incredulous reports that soldiers and horsemen had been seen marching across the top of Sooterfell. They saw them all right. An unbroken line of quickly moving troops, horses and carriages extending over the full length of the top of Sooter, continuously appearing at one end and vanishing at the other, and passing unhesitatingly over steep places that horses and carriages could not possibly negotiate, as the bewildered observers well knew. The procession went on until darkness concealed the marching army. Next morning, the skyline was deserted, and a visit to the summit was made by a party of local worthies, fearful that the expected invasion from over the border had started. This was the year of the 45 rebellion. There was not a trace of the previous night's visitors, not a footprint, not a hoof mark, not a wheel rut in the grass, nothing. There was no doubting the evidence of so many witnesses, and yet it was equally certain that the marching figures had no substance. Scientists and students of the supernatural had no solution to offer. The only explanation ever given was that some kind of mirage had been seen, probably a vaporous reflection of Prince Charlie's rebels, who had that very evening been exercising on the west coast of Scotland. Now that does sound a little bit far-fetched, really, doesn't it? I think I'm going to stick with the idea that they were actually ghosts. It does make you wonder though, doesn't it? You know, all those people saw the same thing, all of sound mind, apparently, and they hadn't been drinking, but you never know. And they all saw that. So yeah, it does make you wonder. It certainly makes me wonder. And it was the reason why I came up here and did that camp on Midsummer's Eve, just to see. And I saw something. Not the army, but I saw something. And in a minute, what we'll do is I'm going to have some food now, and we're going to head over to the cairn there where I pitched the tent. I'm just looking at it. I'm freaked out just looking at it now. And I'll run through what happened that night and what I saw, and I'll put it on the screen. You'll see it yourself. Some of you already seen it. Some of you spotted it like, what the hell? But I'll put it back on the screen again so you can see, and I'll do it frame by frame. It's pretty disturbing. But in the meantime, let's eat. Let's get out of the wind, and hope and pray that the air ambulance is here for somebody who's fallen, obviously. So there's obviously an injury up there somehow. I just hope and pray that it's not someone on Sharp Edge, but he's just circling round and round. So, right, this'll do. There's nowhere to sit. I have to stand. I'll see you in a minute. Oh yeah. Death Witch number 1. Oh, that was good. Not feeling well, you know. Definitely coming down with something. As I was eating my butties, I was just sort of looking over that way towards Great Male Fell. Wonderful hill. Actually one of my favourites now. I kind of poo-pooed it for years. But it just looks so bizarre. It just, to me, it looks like a UFO's come in, crash landed, gone under the surface of the earth, you know, the top bit, under the skin almost, and come to a standstill there. It just looks bizarre, like something has just pushed up the earth like that. And then you've got this weird disc shape down here. Can you see it? Like almost like a bit of it's come off and sliced under the ground there. Very strange. And this is a very strange hill. So maybe, you know, what they saw that night weren't human. Maybe they were from another planet, and maybe that thing that I saw stood next to my tent just over here, maybe that wasn't human or a ghost like I thought it was. Maybe it was an alien. Let's go and have a look at it. Let's go and see where I pitched the tent, and then I'll run through what happened that night. Ugh. And it was such a good night up until that moment. It was a lovely morning actually. If you've seen the video, it was gorgeous, but I was oblivious at that point, really. So the tent was about here. Had it here, I think. Yeah, must have been. Yeah, it's here. Just there. So basically what I bought was like a cheap GoPro knockoff sort of thing with this infrared filter taken off. So all cameras have got infrared filters on them. Otherwise everything would just look pink and horrible, because you'd be seeing every single, full spectrum light. So I bought this thing. I thought it'd be great just to kind of, for camping and what have you. Then I don't have to worry about torches and stuff like that. I can just film things with that camera, with a special torch, like an infrared torch, but it's low power, you know, really good for nighttime stuff. So I'll give it a go. So I'll see you doing that, I flick to it. And what you can't see in that video is it was pretty dark. It was certainly difficult to see. And I was coming down this way, so I'd got up there, up towards the summit. And what I was doing, I was kind of making sure there's no one here. Just checking the environment. There was a bloke around earlier on who was flying a kite up there, and he went down. I watched him go right down. He disappeared, and I came back. And as I came back, I was just approaching the tent. It's round about here. And how did I have it? So I was talking like this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm absolutely certain there was someone stood right by the tent. And that's why I was like, what the hell? So what I did is I got the camera and I spun it round like this and started to face forward and walk towards the tent. So I was kind of coming down here. It certainly wasn't boggy. It was nice and dry that night. And as I got to the tent, there was no one there. So I was still filming this whole time. Got here, like, right, okay, someone's messing about here. They're either hiding behind the tent or they've jumped into this long grass here. So I came over here, started looking in the grass. I think I might have even got my torch out at this point and shining it around. Nothing, nobody, absolutely nothing there at all. And no one around, just no one anywhere. So that really spooked me. I mean, if you've seen it, I was kind of sat in the tent like, oh, God, is there someone out there? Is there no one out there? Was it my imagination? And in the end, I kind of thought, well, it probably was just my imagination. I probably was seeing something in the background, perhaps. So I'm just a bit worried about the wind now. It's got all windy. So I just sort of tried to forget about it. And the morning came. Yeah, he's still alive. That's good. Nothing happened. And it wasn't until I got home that I played the footage back. And if you've seen the video, you'll see that it cuts out. It cuts out as I turn the camera around and start walking that direction. I was still filming then. I was still going towards that grass and looking and everything. And I didn't know until I got home that actually that footage, because you can't play it on the back you can't play it back on the camera. It's rubbish. I didn't find out until I got home that the camera, for some reason, just stopped recording as soon as I turned around. However, and I'll put it on the screen now, I caught something. There was something stood by the tent. Something tall, something scary looking, but pretty much what I saw, you know. So what I saw was actually there. And I'm going to tell people this story. They always go, oh yeah, whatever. You know, the camera cut out, yeah, whatever. But it did. It actually did cut out. But it was, just watching that back at home. I sat in my little office and I had absolute chills up and down my spine. It terrified me looking at it. I never said anything about it. I didn't kind of draw any attention to it on the video. I just want to see if anybody else would see it. And a handful of people did see that, you know, they even sent me screenshots. There's something definitely stood by your tent. But yeah, I didn't really want to kind of make it into a huge deal because I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah, I mean, just it's a strange hill, you know, and it's obviously got some sort of a backstory to it. There's obviously something going on up here. Question: I mean, look at that. That's like a scene from Aliens, isn't it? It's just all the eggs. He's leaning over one. Bloody hell. It's just such a bizarre place. And the question is, would I camp here again? Yeah, I would actually. I think I would camp here again. and I think I probably would do it on Midsummer's Eve as well, just to see. But I think what I would do, so that night I did actually put a time lapse on, but didn't catch anything. Yeah, what I'd do is I'd probably bring up a couple of cameras and do a couple of different time lapses, different angles, and just see if anything gets picked up, you know. Scary. Anyway, that's it. That's you know, that's the story. And like I said, I get so many looks from people going, here, whatever, you know, because people kind of want to believe, but they don't. And all I believe is what I saw and then what I can see on that footage. Anyway, right. Enough of that. Let's get to the summit of Sauter Fell and tick that one off. And then we're pretty much done. It's kind of a nice gentle bimble-ish. It gets a bit steep. Down to the pub where we'll get a pint and hopefully sit by that fire. I don't think we will though, because I think it's a bit busier now. Oh, I like that. Isn't nature amazing? Love it. Okay, here we are on the summit of Sauter Fell, or Sauter Fell, whatever you want to call it. I think summit is a bit of a grand name, isn't it, really? A grand title. The top would probably work. It's a bit of a nightmare up here now. It wasn't windy before, and I guess that must have been because we're in the lee of Blencathra, perhaps. Bloody hell, that wind is absolutely... oh, it's Baltic. If you've not seen that video, by the way, what I'll do is I'll link to it on the end screen of this video. Go and have a watch, you know, even if you're not interested in me waffling on about rubbish or ghosts. It's got Finn in it, and she's dead cute, because I took a ball and she played with a ball for hours. She's such a cute dog, you know. And loads of people comment on that video saying, oh well, if your dog didn't detect or pick up any kind of entity or spirit or ghost or whatever, then you're fine. Yeah, you don't know Finn. She's bloody useless. She's not a dog. She's not. I don't know what the hell she is, but she's not a dog. Wow, it's busy down there now, but I can see the van. It's still there, which is good. But more importantly, there's the pub. So we're about 10 minutes out from the pub. Maybe not even that, actually. Going very down here. We're going very down here. Just trying to do this without stepping on the ice. Oh, this is cute. I love little paths like this that cut along the side of the hill. So it's a little bit soul destroying, this path, actually, as you come off there, because obviously, you know, the pub's there. We've had to come down and do this bit of a dog leg down to the track here. So we're actually walking away from the pub, the van and everything else. But it's okay, it's literally 3 minutes down the track and we'll be there. Oh god. Alright, back on the lane. Not track, lane. But hey, flippin' heck, it is just an ice rink. Oh god. Which means the pub is just here. Oh god. A couple of minutes. It may be, or maybe the air ambulance will be back out again, picking me up from road. Oh heck. hope you've enjoyed today. I have. It's been absolutely wonderful, and it's been great having you along as well. I'm very excited about 2025. I'm very excited about you guys joining me on various adventures this year. It's going to be a good year, I'll tell you that now. So, right, grass. I'm going to stick to the grass. Oh, I think I just twinged me back. No, why am I on the road again? Get on the grass. So, thank you so much for watching. As I've said before many times, I really appreciate you spending your precious time watching my flipping videos, so it's greatly appreciated. This is a death trap round here. And yeah, I'll see you back out on the next video. It'll be a Hiking the Wainwrights one again, probably. Well, it will be, definitely. I'll be back out again next week. Gotta shake this cold, make sure I don't come down any further. And I'm going to start that whole process off now by going having a pint. Let's all of us pile in the pub now and get 10,000 pints. Let's go.